What up, what up, what up, what up? We are back. KTSOB, KT School of Basketball. You're now tuned in to KT Talk. I appreciate for all the followers, all those who subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the love. All those who've been donating to the Cash App. Appreciate the love. Thank you so much. It's going to a good cause. It's helping out the youth that I help out in my community, even in other communities. For those who've donated sneakers, we appreciate it. If you want to donate sneakers, we call it K for Kicks. DM me, email me, ktschoolofbasketball.com. My IG is KT School of Basketball. My Twitter is KT School of Basketball. What else I got? My TikTok is KT School of Basketball. If you want to get at me, if you want to help donate, if you want to sponsor some kids for my travel team, KT School of Basketball, hit us up. I'll be sure to get back to you. You know what I'm saying? The merch is coming out. Everything is getting set up. So if y'all want to cop a shirt, shorts, this is the exclusive merch. Let me move the mic. The exclusive merch. All right, if you want to cop the exclusive merch, only I got this. I got another shirt in different colors. I'll show y'all in the next show. But again, I want to thank everybody for all the support. You know what I'm saying? For those who on right now, y'all supporting, appreciate it. For those who ain't jump on the bandwagon yet, you better jump on, because once we get it going, leave us alone. You know what I'm saying? Leave us alone. So again, I want to thank everybody for the support. And I appreciate it. Follow your dreams, do what you love to do, pursue it, don't give up. Because if it ain't hard, then it ain't worth it. You know what I mean? So appreciate it. So what I want to talk about today is, I was talking to one of my kids today. I had one of my kids in the gym, or two of my kids in the gym, and they were talking about playing for another travel team. It's cool, and one got a tournament tomorrow for another travel team, and I told them, I said, look, y'all can play for whoever y'all want. I can't stop anybody from playing travel ball. If you want to play for another travel team, especially while my team we're in a dead time right now, we're not doing anything, be my guest. You know what I'm saying? Be my guest. I'm not here to stop you, because the ultimate goal that I'm here to do is to help you reach your goal, whether it comes to playing, basketball at the next level the highest level, which is college for them, that they could play. And whatever I can do to help support that, I'm down for it. And with that being said, if they want to play on the team, cool. But again, I've been coaching for a while. This is gonna be my second year doing travel, and kids have left me. Some have come back, some haven't, and there's nothing wrong with that. And my whole thing is that, okay, if you're gonna go to another team, right, after leaving, whether it's my team or someone else's team, don't try to go back. Because I tell them, listen, if there's something that one team that you're on, if there's something going on the team that you don't like, right? You may not be getting the playing time, the coach or the system, and you go to another team, don't go to that team and then complain and try to come back to the other team. And I say this because it's very difficult to play consistent basketball when you jump from team to team. Now, I say that because everything is within context. And like I said, if you LeBron or KD, or damn, you could do that. You can do that, because you that guy. You're that good. You are a superstar. You can do these type of things. But there's many players, or some players, who do that even on a professional level, and it doesn't always work out the best for them. And I say that because when you go from team to team, or you jump from one team because of whatever you don't like, or you go to another team, and granted, you may jump from one team, they just suck. The organization, maybe the program, the coaching is just not what you like, right? It's not up to par, cool. But when you're jumping from team to team, and you're not necessarily leaving one team because they're bad, or you know what I'm saying, what happens is you end up having to fit in all over again, right? So you have to fit into the system, fit in with the players, try to figure out what the coach likes, what the coach doesn't like. And in essence, what happens is you're restarting every time you switch a team. For most people, this may not pertain to a top 2-3%, but for a majority of kids, you end up switching teams, and you have to get comfortable all over again. So what happens is you switch a team, And now you, instead of playing and being free and being comfortable and understanding what's going on, now you playing on a team where you gotta try to figure it out all over again. So in essence, you're thinking, right? You're thinking instead of playing your game, instead of doing what you got to do, you thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, I love him. He played for the Lakers. That's my squad. So, but he went from Washington to LA, and not all the time is it going to be a smooth transition. And as you see with LA, he's struggling a bit, and in my opinion, it's because he's thinking. You feel what I'm saying? He's thinking. Look at Jimmy Butler last year or the year before when he played for Philly, from Minnesota to Philly and to Miami. Now, in that switch, even when he played for Philly and even Minnesota, he played well, but you could tell at times. Sometimes you got to think. You think because you don't know, you're not accustomed to what the coach is doing. Now, when he went to Minnesota, he played for Tibbs, so he was accustomed. But he went to Philly, wasn't quite accustomed, didn't quite fit in. And then when he went to Miami, he had a full year in Miami, he blossomed. And now this is his third year in Miami. And you can see that he's playing without thinking. There's no worries when he plays. Why? It's because he stuck it out with a team. As I was telling one of my kids, like, yo, you jumping from team to team, not because that team is horrible or they have a poor culture or, you know what I'm saying, they don't do things properly, but you jumping from team to team because you're getting challenged. Because you're getting challenged, right? Coach wants you to practice every day. The coach is demanding certain things, and he holds you accountable, and you get challenged, and you're not comfortable, and you leave a team. And what happens is you start. This becomes a habit. You know what I'm saying? It becomes a habit. Like I said, I don't stop you. You want to go do what you want to do, cool. I'm here to support. But all I can do is tell them from my experiences. And when you leaving from team to team, and you're not even playing a full season in the middle of the season, especially in travel, most kids, it's difficult because now you're going into a new situation where you have to try to figure out everything. You got to figure out the players, what the coaches want. You got to figure out what's cool. You got to, so now you're thinking how to become yourself. When should you really become yourself? You got to gain trust from the players, the coaches. And it becomes difficult, and like I told these two young men, you know what I'm saying? It's not always what you think it is. If it's one thing on one team, it's gonna be something different on another team. It's like if you're talking to a girl or vice versa, a girl talking to a dude, you may not like something about this person, but it's gonna be something about the other person you don't like. You know what I'm saying? And what are you willing to deal with? You know what I'm saying? What are you willing to deal with on a team, right? It may be tough, but are you're gonna in essence quit and then go play for somebody else? And then if that don't work, you're gonna do the same thing again. You know what I mean? It's not enough time. I tell them all the time, it's not enough time. You may think you have a lot of time, but before you know it, and they say with a snap of a finger, it's gone. Your whole sophomore year is gone, and now you're a junior. So you spent the whole sophomore year trying to figure it out because you transferred or whatever it is, and now you're in your junior year on a brand new team, and you got to figure it out again. You understand? You playing high school ball. It's not as many games as you think it is, right? You're not playing professional ball where you got, let's say 60, 50, and then NBA 82 games, and you could figure it out, but within the first 30, 40 games of the season. You don't have that time. And it's the same thing I was telling them. You don't have that time, especially when you play in high school. Don't waste your sophomore, junior year switching teams and then trying to figure it out. Because what happens is you lose. You never really play to your full potential when you're switching teams. And I'm going back to even saying travel. When you're switching teams, playing a couple games here, a couple tournaments, you switch. And you never played your full potential. So in essence, what happened is you start lowering your value. Because the coach is like, damn, he came from here. He came from here. Like, what's going on? Is it really the team? Is it really the coach? No, it's you as a player. And that's what I told him. I said, yo, by the time you figure out and by the time you're honest with yourself about what's the real issue, and by the time you figure out it's really you and it's not the three teams and the three coaches you play for, it's too late. You a senior and it's too late. You know what I'm saying? You a senior and it's too late. And then what happens? Now, you know what happens? You end up having to let's say worst come to worst, you don't have any offers for college. You asked out, no offers. You got to play the walk-on role. And the walk-on role is different because now, who are you as a walk-on? Nobody. It ain't like high school where just because you better than this person, you might play because it's high school. How much do they really have invested? You feel what I'm saying? In that play, they ain't got no money invested. But when you go to college, they got money invested. They got this dude's on scholarship. So whether you better than him or not, you're not finna play over him. Why would we have you play over him? Just because you kick his ass in practice sometimes, cool. It don't matter. We know when the light shine what that dude's gonna do. And you have no resume. Practice is not a real resume. You want to walk on just because you on practice, that's not a real resume. And it becomes difficult because you think, well, it ain't fair. Well, you right, it ain't fair. This ain't high school. You playing with grown man, you're in the business. And if you don't, and if sometimes you a walk on, you behind the ball, but it is hard, it is difficult, and a lot of people quit. That's why only a few even make it to college. That's why only a few even make it to the next level when they talk about professional ball. Whether you're playing in the country, out the country, wherever it is, that's what happens. You know what I mean? And that's what I was explaining to him. Like, who are you? You're already behind the ball if you're not on scholarship. When you go to college, bro, all the athletes get first dibs at classes because they got to make sure they start classes around a certain time and end at a certain time so they can be able to practice with the team. They have a practice schedule. So now if you're trying to be a walk-on and some walk-ons, bro, they got to work because they're not on scholarship. They can't afford books. They got to go work. So now you already got to go to work. You may have to miss 2 practices or you might have to quit your job. So now what? You know what I mean? You're behind what they say, the 8 ball, because now you're a walk-on. Why? Because you made certain choices in high school to not stick it out and to not push through, especially when you playing for a coach, whether it's travel high school that was challenging you, and you decided to go a different route because you didn't want to get challenged. It wasn't comfortable. Well, guess what? Everything ain't comfortable. If it ain't hard, then it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't been through ups and downs, if you ain't, well, they say blood, sweat, and tears, it ain't worth it. If it's comfortable, it ain't worth it. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna waste your time and you're gonna waste your efforts. And I've seen it before with many kids that I've coached, trained, right? They didn't necessarily take my advice. And like I said, I don't blame them, I don't judge them. But they didn't take my advice, especially when I've been through the route that they wanna go. And they become a senior and they regret it. Or even a year after and they're playing pickup ball, and what happens, you playing adult league if you ain't playing college, right? Or you playing intramurals, and then and then they start to figure out like, damn, I want to play. I could play. And then guess what? So it might be too late for you because certain opportunity that even happened for certain people who are walk-ons and they may have, some things might have fell into their lap. It may not happen for you. Now, are you mentally strong enough to do it? Who knows? Because you've already displayed things in your character in high school that when things get tough, you give up. So now what's going to happen? You've trained yourself in a habit for quitting and giving up. You know what I mean? And and that's what it is. And like I said, I see a lot of teams jump from team to team to team, and it's, like I said, it's cool. But for majority who may not be that good or whatever it is difficult. It's difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult. And sometimes you jump from team to team and you might not be able to recover. You might not be able to recover because, like I said, you're going to spend time trying to figure it out. You jump from one team and travel to travel, you go into a tournament. You know what I'm saying? The coach ain't got much to see on. Y'all barely practice anyway. So, what does a coach have to fall back on when it comes to you playing? What? Oh, because you came from this team? You know what I mean? So it's just, especially for my kids, it's just a learning experience. And I told them, listen, you want to go play for this team, that team, cool. Make sure you're weighing your options properly and you're making the right choice. And whatever choice you make, you stick with it. You see it through, my dude. You got to see it through. Now, again, it's still with circumstances. That team just suck and cool, but a lot of times, man, you leaving a team that's, especially with a coach that's challenging you, and you're like, nah, I can't do it. Well, then cool. You the one who suffer. You gonna suffer. The coach ain't gonna suffer. Especially if that team is already good and established. You gonna suffer. You can go to another team and you're going to suffer again. Why? Because you continue to make a choice of giving up. Shit getting hard, you give up. You fall back. You make an excuse. Man, listen, can't nobody stop you. It's no one's fault but you. And the more you take on that attitude that is your fault, the better it is for you. But when you start making excuses, then it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap for you. So again, don't leave the excuses at home. Look in the mirror and, you know what I'm saying, take responsibility for what's going on in your basketball career at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Leave the coaches alone and blame yourself. So, that's just it. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I wanted to talk about. That's my take on it. Like I said, you have every right to do what you want to do. This is my opinion. This is from some stuff that I've been through and I've seen. So again, don't take my word for it. Don't take my opinion. I mean, just listen. And whatever, if you decide to, whatever it is, like I said, this is my opinion. And whatever you choose to do with my opinion and my advice, so be it. Like I said, and I'm here to help. So again, that's it. If you have any comments, you want to comment on what I talked about, if you want to add to it, if you have a topic you want me to talk about and go into detail, if you have any questions, please comment below. Like and subscribe. And as I always say, like and subscribe, or don't like it, don't subscribe, whatever you choose to do. But tell somebody, tell your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your grandfather, your son, your daughter, your goats, your cats. I say goats, damn, that's that. Yeah, that's that island stuff. You see goats and stuff. But tell whoever you want to tell whoever you got to tell, spread the word. We're going to continue to put out great content. It's going to continue to get better. We're going to continue to keep it fresh for you. And again, like I said, I love you all. You want to start copying and buying merch, hit me up. Everything. My social media is KT School of Basketball. The website is ktschoolofbasketball.com. I'm getting the merch, the shopping page set up to where, you know what I'm saying, I got the fresh gear up there. So again, with any question you got, man, please comment, like, subscribe again. If you don't, still like and subscribe. We appreciate it. If you want to donate sneakers, once again, hit me up. Please, if you want to donate to the Cash App, KT School of Basketball, we appreciate it. Again, I help out a lot of kids. This also helps me out to keep the channel going. Also helps me out to keep my travel team going. We pay for gyms. It also helps me to get some type of money off of it, because I do spend a lot of my own money. But again, I appreciate y'all. Thank you to all my kids that have come out and show me support, all the parents, family, friends, everybody. And again, y'all have a great day, great night, whatever you got going on. Continue to watch. Love you all. KTSOB, KT Talk. We are out. Have a great day or a great night. I already said that. Peace.
Put work in, keep moving, keep sweating, keep doing them things they ain't doing. Like trees, man, get rooted.